10 strange and surprising facts about Freemasons that most people don't know. The Freemasons are an organization that has been shrouded in mystery for centuries. Some speak of them as secret world leaders, some as an occult sect, some accuse them of conspiracies and influencing people's fates. But what is the truth? Here are a few facts about Freemasons that might lift the veil of mystery over this fraternity. Freemasons make absolutely no mystery of their own existence. Every member of the fraternity has every right to tell anyone he is a Freemason. It is not forbidden by any codes or oaths. The only thing that must not be revealed is the internal rites and rituals of the Brotherhood itself, those to which only initiates have access. Besides, the Freemasons themselves are categorically against being called a secret society. They talk about themselves as an esoteric society, certain aspects of which are private or secret. Freemasonry is one of the oldest fraternities in the world. Naturally, only among those that continue to exist today. The official history of Freemasonry begins in 1717, when the Grand Lodge of London was founded. However, the Freemasons themselves are very fond of mystifying their history, attributing it to the Templar and Rosenkreutzer orders, or even to the construction of the Temple of Solomon. Particularly brave members of the Brotherhood even managed to chronologically bring their history to Adam. One of the main requirements for candidates seeking admission to a fraternity is to believe in any higher being. In most cases, of course, it is one of the three world religions. However, the candidate is never asked to explain or articulate his or her understanding of this supreme being. Moreover, discussions of religion and politics are forbidden in most Masonic lodges. Therefore, the concept of the supreme being can be as broad as desired, up to and including the philosophical absolute. Masons are required to perjure themselves in court. Not always, of course, but only when a fraternity member is being tried who is definitely guilty. The code in such cases obliges one to cover his brother even at the cost of perjury in court under oath in violation of the law. Freemasonry is a highly fragmented and decentralized organization. It has no single leader, no single center, not even a common set of rules or canons. Rituals can vary greatly from one lodge to another. Certainly there are commonalities, such as symbols, which are the same for all. But at the same time, each lodge is free to establish, or not at all, its own initiation or promotion rituals. All this creates a situation in which no fraternity member or organization can speak for all of Freemasonry. The obligation to perjure oneself in court by covering for another member of the fraternity is only one manifestation of loyalty to the Masonic order. The organization places itself above all affiliations, whether family, kinship, law, or even military orders. During the American Civil War, soldiers who fought on different sides of the front lines, but recognized each other as Freemasons, helped and saved each other's lives. Most of all, Freemasons are disliked for their symbolism and mystique. All those secret gestures, secret handshakes, rituals and ceremonies that the uninitiated should know nothing about. However, all this symbolism has indeed not formed from an empty place, but it has almost nothing to do with secrecy. The thing is that at the time of the Brotherhood's formation, the vast majority of its members were simply illiterate. The Freemasons, laborers, could not read or write, which is why they began using symbols to teach the newcomers their traditions and rituals. In the Gothic era, the construction of huge church buildings lasted for centuries, during which time workers and artists literally lived near the structures they were building. Over the years, their close communion took the form of a shop organization. Rules were established concerning relations between members, the admission of new comrades, the settlement of disputes between members, and so on. That is, the first members of the Brotherhood were in the literal sense bricklayers, laborers, stonemasons, and builders. Only at the end of the 16th century did non-building fellows, outsiders, the rich and learned, gain access to the Brotherhood. They brought many progressive elements to the lodges.